recognition to the martial arts was Bruce Lee. Through his films, the world saw an undiscovered treasure trove of unarmed combat. Using his incredible physical attributes, Lee could make any type of fighting technique look effective and usable. Anyone who saw Bruce Lee move, whether on screen or off, agreed that they were watching a master at work. As a teenager, Bruce Lee started seriously training in the Wing Chun system of Kung Fu, which focuses on trapping the opponent's arms while simultaneously attacking him with short and powerful hand techniques. In 1958, Bruce Lee migrated to the USA, where he settled in Seattle, Washington. With no instructors to guide him, Bruce started experimenting on his own and started taking students to help him in his training. Needless to say, they were astounded at the skill of this young master.
One of the things that Bruce was trying to do was, that he constantly tried to do, was to get across the idea of simplicity. Don't make things complex when simplicity will do.
When I first met Bruce, he'd been coming around to see Jesse a few times at our place. Jesse and I were roommates. I came around when Bruce was there, and Jesse had already told me about some of the amazing things Bruce could do. And Bruce was just a small person. He was 5 feet 7.5. He weighed 132 pounds. But you could see he was in shape, and he moved almost like a dancer. Bruce stood real close to me, right near a doorway in our little apartment. And he says, well, go ahead, try to hit me. So I was going to reach up, and I was going to throw a left jab, essentially. But I was just going to tap him alongside the cheek. I was just going to... He was quite within range of me. He was within punching range, and I was just going to reach up like that and tap him along the cheek. So I said to him, okay. I said, are you ready? And he said yes, and his hands were down here at his sides. And he looked kind of relaxed, and I thought, this guy ain't ready. And I said, well, are you sure you're ready? Because, you know, he didn't realize how fast you can get hit from that range, I thought, you know. And so I said, are you sure you're ready? He said, yes, I'm ready. And I said, okay. I stood there for a second, and I went like this, and before I got that far, my hands were slammed into my chest, and he had his forefinger in a little knuckle like this up against my throat, and he said to me, ah, the Fung Nan, the eye of the peacock. And I stood there kind of petrified, and I thought, how the hell did that happen?
Before his arrival in the USA, Bruce Lee was a firm believer in the traditional ways of learning martial arts. This included prearranged forms and exercises. After practicing these movements for years and seeing no positive results, he started to question the whole foundation of the arts, starting with him making adjustments in the Wing Chun style.
It started as just a natural progression of logical moves that eliminated a waist motion here and a waist motion there, introduced a move that worked a little better here and there, and it was a very gradual thing. I don't think he realized it. I don't know at what point he realized he wasn't even doing Wing Chun anymore. He gradually began to realize that the classical martial arts were too restrictive, that you had to move in a certain exact way to do certain exact things, and that they didn't leave anything to the imagination, they didn't leave anything to a person's originality. Everyone had to do everything exactly the same, and they were just simply too constricting.
In the mid-60s, Lee moved to Oakland, California. His new approach to martial arts further developed his already exceptional skills. His abilities were put to the test when a group of Chinese Gong Fu men challenged him.
In those days, they think that the Chinese should only teach the Chinese. And so they selected one instructor just coming from Hong Kong recently at that time, and to challenge Bruce Lee. And they showed his school, and they set the rules, what to go by, and Bruce said, no, you challenge me, and at first I know everything go. And so they start at it, and so Bruce started using Wing Chun, and just give him a strict blast, and the guy just, turn around and run.
Wong Jackman was trying to fight Bruce classical, and Bruce was trying to use Wing Chun, so he went straight in, boom, 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 boom. And then he found out that Wong Jackman turned around and ran, and there was no defense or offense for a guy running, and you trying to hit him with his head down, going down like he's running with a football, So then finally Bruce stopped him and got him in the corner, and was about ready to lower, the right hand on him. And the guy said, "I give up, I give up." So afterwards, Bruce said, "Now